You know, every offseason we see stories about players putting in the work, but sometimes it's the little details that really catch your eye. Take Osa Odigizua, for example. If you've been following the Cowboys closely, you know this guy's quietly become one of the most promising pieces on our defensive line. He's not the loudest name on the roster, but he's been putting in the kind of work that could turn him into a real difference maker for us this year. This offseason, though, Osa's taking things to another level, and he's not doing it alone. He's got the help of a Cowboys legend, and that's the part that should get every fan fired up. Think about it for a second. A young, hungry defensive tackle with all the tools, now getting direct wisdom from someone who's been to the top, worn the star, and knows exactly what it takes to terrorize opposing quarterbacks every single week. It's the kind of story that makes you lean in a little closer, right? Because we're not just talking about lifting weights and running sprints. We're talking about learning how to dominate from the inside out, building up the mindset, the technique, and the leadership that this defensive front desperately needs if we're going to make a real Super Bowl push. I want to know what you think. Do you believe off-season mentorships like this really make a difference on the field? Drop your thoughts down in the comments because I'm curious how many of you feel the same way I do. And hey, if you love these deep dives into our players' stories, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and help us push this channel to 15,000 subscribers. It means a lot and keeps you locked in for every update this season. All right, so who's the legend helping Osa level up his game? Let's get into that next. When you think about the legends who've worn that Cowboys star, there's one name that instantly fires up any fan who loves defense: Demarcus Ware. That's right. The Hall of Famer himself is the guy taking Osa Odigizua under his wing this offseason. I mean, talk about a dream mentor. Ware isn't just another great player. He's one of the most dominant pass rushers this franchise has ever seen. He racked up 138.5 sacks in his career, 8 Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl ring with the Broncos, and of course, he'll always be remembered for his relentless motor and the way he just took over games when it mattered most. Now, imagine what it's like for a young defensive lineman like Osa to soak up that knowledge firsthand. It's one thing to watch film of Ware's highlight reels. It's another thing entirely to be on the field with him, learning how to read offensive lines, how to use your hands better, how to keep that edge when you're going up against some of the best blockers in the league. Ware's not the type to hold back either. If you've ever heard him talk, you know he's passionate about teaching the next generation how to do it the right way. For Osa, that could mean everything. He's got raw power, a quick first step, and now he's adding Ware's blueprint for greatness on top of it all. I want to hear from you on this one. Who do you think is the greatest Cowboys defender of all time? Is it Demarcus Ware, or does someone else top your list? Drop your pick in the comments, and let's see who really holds that crown among Cowboys Nation. And while you're at it, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss an update. Trust me, with stories like this, you're gonna want to stay plugged in all off-season. So what exactly does this mentorship look like on a day-to-day basis? Well, Osa Odigizua and Demarcus Ware are hitting the field hard with some serious training sessions that go beyond just the usual drills. They're working in Dallas, in environments where focus and detail matter most, dialing in technique with an intensity you can only get when a legend is coaching you directly. Ware is showing Osa how to perfect his hand placement. That's huge for a defensive tackle trying to shed blockers. They're also running through different pass rush moves, teaching Osa how to mix up his approach so he doesn't become predictable. It's not just about physical strength, but about football IQ and anticipation, and that's something Ware has in spades. The mental side of this game is often overlooked, but for Osa, learning to read the offense, understanding timing, and building that killer instinct is just as important as lifting weights. It's fascinating to hear how Osa is embracing this process, knowing that every rep, every drill, and every piece of advice from Ware is another step closer to becoming a full-time impact player on this Cowboys defense. If you're wondering what kind of player we might see on game day this year, it's someone who's not only stronger and faster, but sharper and more confident. And that's exactly the kind of progress that can flip a whole defensive unit's dynamics. So I want to ask you this. Do you think this could be Osa's breakout year? Yes or no? Let me know your vote in the comments below. And hey, if you're as excited as I am to see these kinds of behind-the-scenes stories, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps this channel grow and keeps us bringing you more insider content. Now, let's zoom out a little and look at how Osa's development fits into the bigger picture of the Cowboys' defensive line heading into the 2025 season. We've seen how important depth and versatility are on the D-line, especially with the way offenses keep evolving. Osa's growth, fueled by this mentorship with Demarcus Ware, could be exactly what this unit needs to add more punch and consistency. He's already shown flashes of being a disruptive force, but now, with refined technique and a better understanding of the game, he's ready to compete for more snaps and play a bigger role in key situations. This doesn't just boost Osa's personal stock. It strengthens the whole defensive front, giving the coaches more options and making the Cowboys tougher to block against, especially on passing downs. The leadership factor also can't be overlooked. Veterans like Micah Parsons have set a high bar, and as Osa steps up, he has the chance to grow into a voice in the locker room and on the field. When your defensive line can mix veteran savvy with young, hungry talent like Osa, that's a recipe for success. So what's your take? Do you think the Cowboys' defensive line is shaping up to be one of the best in the league this year? Drop your predictions for where you see this defense ranking in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any roster updates or exclusive insider news as we get closer to kickoff. At the end of the day, what Osa Odighizuwa is doing this offseason isn't just about personal improvement. It's about the Cowboys' bigger dream of winning a Super Bowl. When you bring in a legend like Demarcus Ware to mentor a young, promising player, you're investing in a future that goes beyond any single season. This kind of guidance, combined with Osa's work ethic and the overall talent around him, could be the difference maker that pushes this defense from good to elite. The Cowboys have been so close in recent years, and the defensive line has always been a key part of that equation. Now, with fresh energy and new skills, Osa could help create that edge we need to shut down offenses when it counts most. So, what do you think? Is this finally the year the Cowboys make that serious run for the Super Bowl? I want to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's get that conversation going. And before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and help us reach our goal of 15,000 subscribers. Every like and subscription helps this community grow and keeps us bringing you the best Cowboys news and stories all year long. Thanks for tuning in, and stay ready because this season is shaping up to be one to remember.